Of course, this Samus extraordinaire is here to prove that he can take down anyone in the world, and he has much love of the local audience. So he's playing more or less. He's more or less playing with the field advantage. Let's see.
Oh,
we're already out by the Royals.
And I don't blame him. I don't blame Raru for this type of choice whatsoever. Sisqui, by the way, has been in a bit of a slaughter against the Japanese brethren that managed to make it down here. Both Hurt and Neo met their end in this bracket at the hands of Sisqui. So Raru definitely gonna have to test his skill, and even with a character that we don't normally see from him, that doesn't mean that the Min is not gonna be hitting hard, and actually we can just see about that kinda on a path to take this first stop.
Offstage situation. Min is going to try and get the stock 110%. It doesn't seem that Sisqui he will be able to let that stock go easily, but Raru will not go down without a fight. But so does Sisqui, making sure that damage is enough. So the up B or maybe that neutral B charge up shot will be enough. And watch out, because this grab can be dangerous.
That fantastic neutral air is really something. Even more with the Mega Watt, but Sisqui comes back swinging with the forward there. Let's see right here in the center of the straight, trying to go for the left. With the read was there. Fantastic backer with the rage. Sisqui takes stop number 1. The first blood has been drawn. Mighty Roy still alive.
And the crowd is going to roar every single time that we see Sisqui take one, and as well when we see Bola right there. 20% and the counter. Not going to be able to get that, but so close. That was such a dangerous position. Of course, the tether recovery a little bit more vulnerable coming in from the side of Min. Raru, though, is still trying to find this first stop.
Spain making sure they get their own space here, and 172%. Sisqui is not going to fall down without a fight, and 79% and growing. Raru has to wrap up that stock as quick as possible, but it won't matter of throw, and that's it. First stock gone for Sisqui. Raru still has a long way to go, 80%.
You are completely right, my friend. There's a lot of extra credit right here for Sisqui, who wants to bring it home. Game number 1 has his name and he wants to sign it. Okay, with the forward tilt. Let's go. Bringing the leg, dropping it down. And of course, already taking the advantage. How much great read over there with the downer into the screw attack. And of course, Raru has to do something about it, because right now, Sisqui is simply pulling ahead.
Definitely so, and also very interesting that a Spanish player and a Japanese player come to play for the first time here in Mexico. These two have not yet to duke it out, but for what we are taking a look at, Sisqui definitely seems to be on top of his case. Last stock that we're going to have for Raru, but I don't know if we're going to even need to see the switch of character, or if he's going to start trusting the Min a little bit more.
It is a trust or die situation. We see the charge shot not going to be quite enough. Sisqui has Raru where he wants it, but it's not going to be quite enough. That's sure. That snipe goes through. Now we're even, but Sisqui will try to get that stock off immediately. 120%, anything will take down Raru.
That was a big hit, that's for sure, but Sisqui is not down, Sisqi's up, trying to go for the backers. Making the challenge with the neutral airs, and try to do something. The backer is not going to be enough, not on that part of the stage. We are going to the side. Oh, no bola here.
Oh my God.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. He can make it back. He still can make it back with the bombs. Yeah! Sisqui! And get the kill! That's the stuff. Never surrender. Never give up.
Jamás te rindas. Eso no existe aquí. That does not exist in Sisqui's vocabulary. Only victories to be had for the Spanish player. And my goodness, that got a little tense at the end. Not gonna lie, but still managing to pull through first game. Gonna go the way of La Bola, or maybe the way of the backer, actually, because it was in those air-to-air interactions where Sisqui managed to find the success that it did. Raru, though, like I was talking about, will we see the switch?
It is going to be a difficult situation. We already saw Min and it didn't quite perform the way that Raru was expecting. We can see in his face the frustration. Sisqui always remains calm, composed, and that's something that these players need to take into consideration. No matter if you are going down 2-0, if you are the most composed, you are going to be the one pulling ahead. Min remains on Raru's side.
He wants to cook. Or is Sisqui going to let her? I don't think so. At least not in the plan of the Spaniard. But of course, 1-2. We are boxing a little bit in the close range, immediately jumping and avoiding any kind of approach that Sisqui is delivering. 1-2 again with the Dragon and the Ram. Excellent control of the ledge as he is trying to maintain the momentum. This is what happened on last game. Sisqui was able to steal the first stock, but right now Raru is in absolute control, Roy.
Oh yeah, we did definitely see Raru start to pick things up by the very end. So I think this is not a misjudgment out of the Japanese player, but misjudgment in the jump, and in the same way, Sisqui is gonna get rid of that one. La bola salió mal. What is going on right there? The reflector from the up smash. Gonna claim that one with the swiftness, but the pressure still on for Sisqui.
Bola, more like volamos, because he went flying away really quickly. Still, offstage situation. Sisqui is not happy. Sisqui is not going to allow to get this one through without a fight. 116%. Raru in trouble, and Sisqui, with the percentage lead, has the opportunity to take down the stock. But watch out, because Min has a lot of tricks down its sleeve, and one of them is starting to cook offstage, and this could be it for Sisqui, as Raru has him offstage. Not gonna pull through. That OP was not enough.
Absolute anti-air artillery right here by Raru, and now in terrible conditions. Is he gonna come back? Sisqui trying to go for an up tilt, but he's not gonna hit. Not enough of la bola, perfectly spaced. A complete hunter in the wild, a sniper able to get the hit, and Sisqui starting again with a big advantage, 54%, and climbing up the down air, going for the back air, but still not hitting. Sisqui is feeling himself. Raru wanted to cook some noodles, but Sisqui is the chef right now.
Absolutely incredible the way that Sisqui's trying to get rid of this, and in the set play is where he thrives. However, you're going to still have to find something to get rid of that shield, perhaps extra pressure off the stage. Line up with the fair. We've already seen Sisqui put his life in dangerous situations before, and that is going to connect. The second hit comes through. Raru will steal the game back.
There is still a fighting chance. That's why these two players are both in the top 8. No matter if they come from winners or from losers, Raru demonstrating that you can get every single goal that you achieve to do if you propose yourself. And that Min and that off-stage run makes it clear. Even if you are on the disadvantage, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they have the percentage lead. It doesn't matter if they have the stock lead. If you trust in yourself, if you trust in the heart of the cards, then that is everything that you need.
I'm going to be honest, guys. That was a little bit of an overextension by Sisqui. He had everything to win, but he felt himself a little too much. The chef was cooking, but everything got burned. We are back into the small battlefield. Let's see. Sisqui knows that he let that game go. Of course, Raru was perfect with execution to deliver that punish. And right now, Sisqui really wants to bring the hit as he finds those throws, those grabs, and making the most out of it. Raru trying to get that first out-of-stage advantage of this game number 3. But still, I am feeling Sisqui a little bit angry about that big mistake, Roy.
Oh yeah, I mean, the overextension that you were talking about, the offstage play going to be an absolute key between both of these characters. Min able to put so much pressure, narrowly catching the start frames of the up smash, but not gonna get much from that after it. The percent gonna favor Raru ever so slightly, but the confirm is gonna be a fair. Now the lead has changed. The bola gonna put Raru in a bit more of a tough position, but yet again, not able to capitalize. Sisqui, we have yet to see him be a bit more effective off stage, and perhaps start to find the stocks that he is known to take.
That Dragon Flame has been the Sisqui's biggest enemy, taking almost all the stocks that it needs. But 120 to 127, it is going to be an even game. It doesn't matter, the upper not going to fully connect. but still going to send Raru, into a really difficult situation. And now again with the upper, trying to go with the up tilt, but not going to be enough. The grab that takes a lot to load, and let's send it back to the skies because Raru is losing its first dog against Sisqui in Game 3.
La bola yet again, delivering so much damage. The control from Sisqui. He is a complete border patrol agent right now. But he gets the up smash. Now Raru has a chance to bring this even. Let's see, trying to find something with a megawatt. But simply Samus gets into it. Again, the forward tilt, covering so many options, getting the kill. Sisqui is playing this man face to face, power to power, Roy.
Absolutely maddening what we've seen, and yet again, not willing to be tested. Raru, young man's reactions with the up smash yet again. Time we've seen it. Narrowly getting the overkill right there. A little bit tough there for Sisqui to try and make it out with. Normally that is not where Samus is going to struggle. The mix-ups come through once more. Obviously, Raru in need of finding its stock a little bit quicker. The coverage on the platforms with both arms, the change is going to be crucial. We are seeing the Ram yet again trying to ease off the percent, but not going to happen right there. Instead, we are going to find even Stevens, and the situation has been now turned into what Raru could turn to his favor.
They are not, Raru is not going down without a fight. They are not going into the dark. They are going to keep fighting and keep living as long as it's necessary. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what stage we are. We are just absolutely thriving to see these players going. And as we are on that last dog scenario, and this game number 3, it will be this offstage scenario that cool.
The back throw, let's go. Out of the stage. The situation is good for Sisqui. Trying to go for the bomb into the bola, but it's not going to hit. 1-2 with the dragon. The dragon breath is going to be super dangerous. Let's see. Raru in control in the center of the stage. Dash attack is not going to kill. Not enough. Not even close. There is jump steal.
Oh my god!
Wow, staying alive by a miracle, Roy. And still maintaining the control of the stage. Raru is trying to bring this back complete to Sisqui. He's going to deliver the punish. Back throw, up throw. No DI mix-up.
What?
The megawatt. He's going to just press the button.
Oh my god, a single percent was separating those two for the longest of times. And when it comes down to it, Raru pumping his fists, he knows.
You don't want to stand up, man. You don't want to stand up. In the FGC, we know that's a curse. Let's see if this man can go against that.
We'll see, though. Interestingly enough, I mean, my man's is calling it. We saw Raru kind of popping off earlier, like I mentioned, and afterwards his winner's bracket wasn't able to be much more long. But here, I think Raru came to play. He's been icier when it matters most. Sisqui in need to find a regain spot. Let's see if this game number 4 is where it starts, or if this is the end of the road for El Español.
I don't think it's going to be the end, mi estimado Roy, because these two players are going to be fighting off with absolute everything in their weaponry to get every single stock possible. And look at right now the pressure that Sisqui is applying to Raru, just barely allowing him to return to the stage, and that down smash going to take him to an off-stage situation, and another backer to maybe seal the deal, but 100%. 0.1 just want to add like a little bit of salt, but off-stage. And that's
the jump.
And that's gonna be it.
Every
Sisqui
option
takes the
control.
first stock.
Every option control over there by Sisqui, and 42% is not that much. He will be able to capitalize out of it. The down tilt is not going to hit. Excellent screw attack to get out of there. The panic button is going to work. Magnificent up tilt over there by Raru to stay alive and maintain the control of the stage, but it doesn't matter. Sisqi's hunting. Sisqui had the advantage. Big mistake. Again, those delayed downers, man, they are making so much money for Sisqui.
And that is going to be it yet again. Sisqui cutting up the jumps, and finally, Sisqui finding the coveted option that he needed to be able to edgeguard Min properly. Good air dodge out of Raru. Chill down for a second. This is not over yet. However, Sisqui well on his way to taking us to a game number 5.
A total different Sisqui for what we saw in these first 3 games. This 4-1 has been dominant, taking his stocks really early, taking his stocks with such ease, and trying to get a down smash charge. Not going to be enough. Aguas con el pozole, that's not going to hit directly, but Raru is going to look for that kill. That
Delicious.
could
That
be a
was
big mistake.
Beautiful. Even if he dies, now Raru knows that Sisqui can become so agile and so variable in his approaches back to the stage. It's going to be so hard to hunt him. The Spaniard is playing harder and harder. The BGY guy is really trying to bring the hit with 77% and the screw attack to bring the control back into his side as we go to the right side of the stage on the east, trying to maintain the kill. The bombs are doing their work. Look at this harassment, Roy.
Ooh.
He is not coming. You shall not pass.
Oh my lord, Sisqui going crazy off stage, or at the very least trying to again. We see it, a juggle coming in from Raru, though, has not yet given up. We've seen the comebacks that this man is capable of and still applying pressure. It would be a tough ask. However, this is how we go to the promised game number 5. Called it. This was not done yet. Raru with a little bit of emotion. And actually, both of these guys, very emotional players. Very, very emotional players. I hope that this is not getting to them.
I love to see this from a Japanese player, man.
Yeah,
normally they are very
he's so
stoic.
pumped every time.
They are so self-controlled. But here, Raru, you can see his passion. You can see his hunger. Versila, talk to me.
I can't formulate words right now. I mean, we were expecting a game 5, but a dominant game 4 Sisqui with almost a 3 or maybe a 3 stock. I completely forgot, which is just like Sisqui. And like you said, Roy, both stand up. So the question is,
don't pop off until it's the time.
We need to make sure we check those stand-ups frame by frame to see who did it first.
Oh my God, the curse, bro. The curse could be happening here in this community. Look at the people. They are so happy. We have a Puff over there. We have a Lucario. We have a dude.
Maravilloso.
Everybody's here.
Amazing stuff. And what a way to kick things off. Game number 5, and Luigi is back, going to the tried and true to see Raru if he can steal it away. I think the Min was finally put back into the pocket, but that doesn't mean that this is not going to be in Sisqui. Just slamming his fist onto his knees knows just how big of a mistake that was.
Not like this, Roy. Please, Versila.
Not something you want to do, especially on game 5. Sisqui is running away. Sisqui needs some space. Sisqui needs to take the stock. The pressure is now on Sisqui's side.
Oh my God.
Luigi, Raru with the combo.
Oh my God.
This might be it. Just look at it. The dash attack not going to wrap it up. Sisqui is still living. That second stock is still making sure it gets used. But the backer though.
A complete battle right now. Sisqui has to survive. Good ball into dash attack, but it's not going to work. Not enough to kill. Sisqui with 103%. Everything is lethal. But the control of the stage is not fantastic yet again. The misfire is not going to be enough to kill. Oh, nice. The upper to maintain the control. The Remon line. The whirlwind. The tornado is here to kill. Last stock for Sisqui. He has to survive.
And Sisqui is going to have to go for it. Of course, the matchup is not easy whatsoever here for Luigi, but it was such a tough start for El Español. Sisqui still getting ready, trying to make it happen, trying to apply all the extra experience that he's got in the matchup.
Oh, no.
But this could be very, very dangerous. Sisqui, don't fall from that screw attack. Please, not like that. Gonna put him on stage. The classic counter, and that is it. Last stock situation between Sisqui and Raru. Who is going to stay alive?
Just like the 1800s, Spain came to steal the
Oh my
kill,
God.
the gold, and everything. This could be the moment. Sisqui could be utilizing all his power. Raru with the pressure wants those backers. This could be lethal. With loses, not gonna be it. It is not the cyclone.
Oh my God.
No, not gonna kill. 107% against 37. Sisqui is living.
The privilege on that move, man. That tornado is simply fantastic. Back into the neutral. We will have to break it. The approach is from Raru. Sisqui trying to survive. Great dash attack over here. Trying to hunt with the forward there. The catch is with the upper. Yet again, back into the stage. Great approach from Sisqui. Trying to break up right now. The downer is going to hit. But the up smash out of nowhere. And Sisqui is out of the tournament. Look at Raru. He wants your love. He wants your praise. People, make noise.
Oh my goodness, what a way to bring things back. Sisqui gonna be biting himself for that one for quite a while. Raru, the man, came to deliver, trusting in the Luigi. And I have to say, Of course, massive props to Raru for getting it done, even under the pressure of the situation, coming with not exactly the most amount of momentum into that last game, but I have to say, Sisqui kind of has no one to blame but himself onto that last game. Unfortunate as it may be, it started with one stock less right from the rip.
Truth is harsh, bro, that's for sure.
I mean, the replays are really just showing how it went, but really the definitive moment, something that really was just key in this time was, well, that up smash. That up smash was just key for Raru.
He didn't use it until that point. He never brought the up smash out in all of that
until
match.
The point, yeah.
Until
when it mattered.
Point. So he was keeping that ace under his sleeve. Raru, a very dangerous strategy, that's for sure. First choosing another character, waiting until the last game to bring out the Luigi. Some people would say he was risking a little bit too much, but in the end, it paid out. He's going to stay alive. He's going to move forward. But I still have to deliver a big congratulations to Sisqui, who delivered us one bombastic and fantastic first match in this top 8.
Oh, yeah, man. What a crazy way to start S Factor number 12 here for 12 years. And man, oh man, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe, but hey, it's only up from here. And if this is a start, I'm sitting to see what we are going to have for grand finals. Oh, of course, that's going to be way further down the line. Up next, I do believe we're going to have yet another matchup which has a ton of story. Matter of fact, I think it's the most storied matchups from all the top 8 matches that we're going to have. It is an absolute classic. 17 times Leo has beat Gluttony. However, before the last 2, it was an